A rail strike is approaching very fast, and it's by CN and CPKC. Both of these railways are currently threatening to lock out employees if their separate labor negotiations with Teamsters Canada isn't resolved by 12:01 a.m. on August 22nd. So, as of the making of this video, that is 12 days away, less than 2 weeks. That's very close. Now, CN said that if the dispute isn't resolved soon, it will have no choice but to begin a phased network shutdown, concluding with the lockout. Now, I don't know the exact phases of how this is going to go, but I'm hearing that the first phase is roughly going to be hazardous trains will stop running first. Now, this is just my opinion and how potentially this entire phase is going to go, but I'm assuming that hazardous trains are going to go first, then manifest trains, and possibly the last ones will be unit trains, since, of course, they're all the same. For instance, like this auto rack train you have here, it's empty, of course, so maybe this might be last. Again, this is all an assumption from me and is just a speculation, so this is not going to happen guaranteed, so don't take my word for it. This is just what I think is going to actually happen. Now, there are many repercussions to this strike actually happening. Of course, the economy, your package that you ordered probably not getting delivered and getting severely delayed because you never know, it could go by train. But one I would like to really highlight is the fact that these CN trains, if the strike happens, will just be left on the tracks, and this will cause passenger trains to have to do some very interesting maneuvering or just be cancelled outright or majorly delayed. An example is if you ride the Kitchener line, the Richmond Hill line, parts of the Lakeshore West line that goes on CN tracks, or the Milton line. There are others, but those are the top four that I can remember off the top of my head. There's bound to be delays because CN and CPKC trains will just be left wherever they are, potentially having huge delays and repercussions on people who take the train. And not a very great thing if you're coming off a hard day of work and you find out your train is either majorly delayed or canceled outright. And if you're a Go Transit rider, you know that trains can get canceled, and oh boy, they will. Not a very great look on people. Now, here's a document that I found in a Discord server that pretty much explains the problem. CN and CPKC negotiated with TCRC, however, no progress has been made as TCRC has not engaged in a meaningful manner, so this doesn't really look good. TCRC is Teamsters Canada Rail Conference, by the way. But yeah, this situation doesn't really look good, and yeah, you might be looking at past rail strike attempts and think that this is going to be fine, they'll get a resolvement very soon, things will go back to normal. But at the looks of it, I really don't think it's going to be like the past ones. TCRC hasn't really been negotiating meaningfully, and it seems like CN has lost faith, and I'm assuming CPKC as well. So we're about to probably see a national-wide rail strike because, of course, the duopoly of CPKC and CN, those are the only two Class 1 railroads in Canada up here. So if this strike goes through, there's bound to be a lot of things, and I mean a lot more things that I'm mentioning right now, that will come as a consequence of these two going on strike. I mean, I guess I could put it in this sort of way. It's probably not a good idea. But the most minor thing out of this potential strike is that rail fans got to find something else to do now. I'm just kidding. That was terrible. Aside from my ha humor, what do you guys think? Will the strike go through or will they resolve it at the last minute? Who knows? We just gotta wait and see. If nothing happens, well, here comes the strike. If something pops up, well, they done something, I guess. Anyway, that will conclude this video. Bye.